My question, I heard earlier, I believe, that this was strictly for, just for clarity, in-person early voting. Through you, Mr. Speaker.
Representative Fox.
That's correct. The final representative is correct. Through you, Mr. Speaker.
Representative Buckbee.
And this is where I have the real concern. I've been the head moderator of my town's elections, and I know how difficult it is to get people to show up to vote as it is. The other concern brought up was it may be easier for the elderly or the sick, and I'm going to disagree with that. There is confusion when we don't know what days we're going to be there, or it was supposed to be this day and I missed that day, and I went last week. It gets very confusing with different polling places. So I think the bigger concern is the confusion is not just for the voter, but the confusion is for that staff that comes out and works it. I've worked the polls. It's been challenging for the long days to get people there. And granted, it's a job available for the day, but it's a long day, and it's quite frankly a little overwhelming for some of the people who do that, who are retirees across the state. Absentee ballots provide everything we need for this, for people to vote early. But the other part of it is when there's a lot of voting on multiple days, a lot of the sheets that are used for these polling places, I'm not polling, for these voting places, be it a school, wherever, it's a paper sheet that's checked off. And the chance for error in going to multiple days really multiplies. It's a serious concern to have multiple sheets that now different people are working on multiple days. It can cause for serious error. I am seriously concerned about the unfunded mandate, because it really is a tremendous amount of money that it costs the town, because you have to realize you can't change to one polling place for 3 or 4 days and then have your main vote. You have to keep all the same places open for every one of them, otherwise people don't know where to go for the next vote. So now it's an unfunded mandate with a lot of money to have all that staff out there every day for this, when we may not get as many there, and then those people have to try to catch up with as many or more days of visits from other people. It just causes for more opportunity for error with voting, and it certainly is a concern for the longer hours and more days for a lot of the staff that does this. It's just very difficult to put that much more of a financial burden on us when the solution really is in absentee ballots that has handled that. But as far as I guess I'm concerned about the overall expense as well. Just the overall expense of doing the whole thing, it just doesn't make any sense to me to tack on an expense to something that doesn't have any true benefit to having them open any longer. So that's just my 2 cents. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Representative.